Divine now. All is now. It's a gift to be in the present. The fresh sage sounding back in here, putting out my perspective into the cloud of the collective to expand the collective consciousness. You're not tuning into the mind of an Algerian moon / Aries moon. And this is going to be full moon in Virgo for all signs. Okay? So, full moon, how you identify a full moon, usually when it's opposite the sun. Okay, so in this case, we got sun in Pisces, moon in Virgo. Okay, so it's gonna be more dealing with, being worried or stressing out, or having to look at the details of something or plan out something. So you could be, this is either the energies you could be fulfilled in or unfulfilled in, and regarding what house you got Virgo in. Okay, so if you have Virgo in the first house, you will be either fulfilled or unfulfilled tomorrow, not tomorrow, but let's say it's playing out now. We got moon in 28, 25, 28 degrees Leo. So it's cusp in Virgo. So, you should be feeling the energies of, you know, uh, this full moon. Okay. So if you have Virgo in the first house, so this is regarding your appearance. Okay. How you come off. Okay. The spirit you are carrying, what people see off of you. you will be you will be either being fulfilled you will be either fulfilled or unfulfilled in how you'll be worrying. So you say if you're unfulfilled, you'll be worrying about your appearance. you know how you express yourself, you would get in slight emotional what's the word, embarrassment or uncomfortability regarding your appearance. Okay, you might find something about yourself that you don't like, and you will sort of either play out in a way where it's a situation where you let that overtake your emotions, and you would be washed up under the current of the full moon at this time if you are lower octave, if regarding Virgo in the first house. Okay, so that's worrying about your appearance. But higher octave, this is being more practical and let's say making sense and being uh being more, let's say, on point, like being more strategic as far as how you carry yourself. You will be able to sit back during this full moon, and not really, you know, feel the need to want to go out into the world and exert yourself, and end up being washed up under the current of this emotional of this full moon, washed up under your emotions, leading to a potential chaotic circumstance, catastrophic circumstance, okay, within the first house. Okay, so second house, uh, this is your values, what you have to offer, the gifts, your fixed possessions, okay? If you have Virgo in the second house, okay, you will start the lower octave, stress out, worry about your gifts, your monies, your material, what you have to offer to the world. So it's like, and you will feel the emotional, you know, uh, influence and the feelings to want to go out into the world to try to prove something regarding your gifts, and it could backfire in your face. And it's like you're trying to, because you're in that proven energy. You're not doing it from just the craft of this is something that I have as a gift that God gave me that I just want to do. You're in that proven energy. And so that's how that's going to play out as far as lower octave. But higher octave, this is more being situated, being plant, because you had planted the right seeds regarding to this full moon, being situated in what you in the material, maternal, and the gifts you have, to so you can be fulfilled during this full moon when you should be situated if you have Virgo in the second house. Okay? So Virgo in the third house, this is familiar places, faces, and communication and your surroundings. So lower octave, this will play out where you have this emotional baggage and flunked out feelings of wanting to overly analyze your surroundings, or you might start to stress out about the surroundings you're in. You might not feel safe in your surroundings. You might feel the need to want to escape. So this is basically how this will play out. And for lower octave in Virgo in the third house. But for higher octave, this is more being situated and safe and being able to communicate how you feel within your surroundings, to gain that sort of safe feeling, and material, or let's say this what's the word? Security, if I didn't say it already. But yeah, you will be able to communicate within your surroundings to gain this sort of safe security and feel situated and fulfilled within your surroundings if you have Virgo in the third house. Okay? So if you have Virgo in the fourth house, this is basically lower octave. If you have not planted the right seeds, you'll have the emotion and feelings of wanting to, let's say, lash out and have these emotional flunked out feelings and baggages that has to do with the home. So it's basically dealing with domestic situations, how you deal with privacy, comfortability within the home. So if you have not planted the right seeds, you will feel the need to want to analyze and, let's say, stress out, worry about, not analyze, but stress out and worry about, your home, your comfortability. How do you feel, secure? Do you, your needs as well, what you need. You feel like you don't have the shit you need. Okay? So with that, you just you planted the right seeds, so you feel like that, so you will have the feelings and emotions to want to go out into the world, to acquire something that you need, which is gonna potentially set yourself up for shit to happen within this full moon. So higher octave, this is basically feeling secure within the home, having a secure space within your emotional security, your emotional intelligence. Having emotional intelligence as well. So this is planting the right seeds. So within this full moon, so you have the emotions and feelings to be fulfilled within your, let's say, what you do on a day-to-day basis within your home, so you be fulfilled within that. So fifth house, okay, this is if you have Virgo in the fifth house, all right, so this is being lower octave, being unfulfilled, and being stressing out, worrying about creativity, entertainment, self-expression, and yeah, or a sexual house as well. So this is if you're not have you not gotten your desires met within your sexual pleasures type shit. So yeah, if you will have the emotional feelings to wanna, sort of lash out and go out into the world to sort of acquire these things, and this plays out for somebody who's at the club too long. And you know how that happened. You know what happens to people who at the club too long type shit. So, and it's a Friday, if I didn't mention. Okay? So, yeah. That's lower octave. So higher octave, this is setting having the emotional feelings and of being fulfilled and planted the right seeds within this full moon, this Virgo full moon, to be fulfilled within your creativity, your entertainment, and your sexual pleasures and your self-expression. Okay, so yeah, this is someone who is probably have analyzed and looked at the details and planned out, and planted the right seeds and watered the right seeds, within this full moon to be fulfilled within these areas and this area of life, the fifth house. We have Virgo here, so yeah. Sixth house. So if you have Virgo in the sixth house, so this is lower octave. This is being unfulfilled, stressing out, worrying about your day-to-day routine, your work, your health, and your ability to schedule. Okay, so yeah, this is double Virgo. Okay, so yeah, you're gonna have not only that, but you're gonna have Lilith there as well, so you might feel embarrassed about these things too. So yeah, as I say this, like, take it for all the houses, y'all gonna have Lilith there. So Lilith is gonna play a factor. The moon is gonna conjunct Lilith, making y'all feeling more embarrassed about these things as well. And sometimes there might not even be shit to be embarrassed about, but depending on the seed you planted and your situation as an individual spirit and your circumstance. Okay, so yeah, I said lower octave, you be stressing about them things. So higher octave, this is being fulfilled within your day-to-day routine, work, health, routine, ability to schedule. Okay. Okay, so next we have seventh house. So seventh house, this is dealing with lower octave, stressing out, worrying about relationship, how you relate to everything, people, places, and things. Okay, so if you have not planted the right seeds, you will feel unfulfilled about these things, meaning you will be having these emotional flunkage. I made a new word. Is that a new word? Flunkage. Having this baggage, emotional baggage, and then you wanna go out into the world to relate type shit, and it's dealing with this is Virgo, seventh house. So it's basically being worried and might be embarrassed about how people see you and how you relate, So yeah, but higher octave, this is having the emotional, the being fulfilled within your relationships and how you relate to everything, people, places, and things. Okay, so you didn't plant the right seeds to be fulfilled and have these type of things around you, within your moon. Like you might feel comfortable within these things. You might not feel the need to want to like express and go out into the world to want to want to go hard during this time, because it's not during the full moon. It's not time to go hard, because the moon is waxing, right? Hold on, let me see. Yeah, waxing or what? Yeah, I think, don't quote me on that. It could be, yeah. So, but yeah, let's move on. Waxing, waning, one of the two. Anyways, so ninth house, is it? Where we at? Eighth house. Okay, so this is being lower octave, having the being unfulfilled within your desires, deep transformations, secrets. This is also sex, shared values, behind the scenes. Okay, so you might feel if you have Virgo in the eighth house, you've not planted the right seeds, and you feel unfulfilled. You feel the need to want to go extreme and go hard during this time, during the full moon. So with this, in this area of life. So with this is playing out as uh being trying to be strategic and street strategic, and let's say lashing out and attacking a desire during the full moon, and within the eighth house, so that's it. Could be like this spells out as like trying to get like that quick nut type shit, you know and it's like with not and it's like with the like paying off a prostitute to get something, with that. It's like you could do that, but it's like with this, you're not going to be fulfilled if you do that. You won't be fulfilled after you do that, so it's like that's the lower octave. Or higher octave, you didn't already manifested this, and someone who you could share your deep desires and and secrets, and then also have this sexual relationship or connection y'all have. You didn't already manifested that, so you can be fulfilled at this time. If you have Virgo in the eighth house. Okay, so ninth house. Okay, so ninth house, this is lower octave, being unfulfilled within your higher learning, wisdom, long distance traveling, and morality. Okay, so with this is a okay, someone who is let's say being too, you'll be unfulfilled, right? You'll be unfulfilled within your learning, your higher learning, your wisdom, your long distance traveling. Okay, so with this, it's playing out as like if you're unfulfilled, you would want to, this is like someone who is like taking that quick leap of faith type shit to like jump to some sort of escapism type shit. It's like to that travel, like it's not you trying to take a ticket and fly during a time when during the gate isn't right type shit, so it's like, so with this is playing out where you could potentially manifest a situation for a catastrophic situation to happen, not just flying, but any sort of transportation at this time within the full moon. If you have Sagittarius in the ninth house dealing with traveling, so yeah, that's how that's gonna play out, but yeah, you might feel unfulfilled and want to travel. But if you feel fulfilled, higher octave, you will feel like you will have the wisdom and the you done probably got around a couple times, so you might feel like, hey, maybe this is not the right time. I could probably reschedule, that shit, So yeah, that is uh how you'll feel fulfilled already type shit. You won't feel the need to want to travel. So yeah, that's the point. So yeah, 10th house. Okay, if you have Virgo in the 10th house. Okay, so this is lower octave. This is stressing out, worrying about how you gain status, career, structure, and safety. Okay, and a foundation to stand on. And yeah, just how you're known. Okay, if you have Virgo in the 10th house, okay, so if you have Virgo in the 10th house and you have full moon here and you're unfulfilled, you planted the wrong seeds. This is basically, having your status, sort of like like having your status, what's the word, having a dent or a taint on your status if you planted the wrong seeds, so it's like lower octave, right? So you don't want to, you know you be stressing out about your status, worrying about your status, and how in your career and how you gain some sort of stability and safety to be in this world. So which leading out for you to go out into the world to sort of gain these sort of, emotional security and need, that which is the full moon, which, sort of amplifies. So, which could open you to, a situation for a chaotic or catastrophic event to happen. Okay? So yeah, that's 10th house. I mean, and then higher octave, my bad. Higher octave, this is basically, having the emotional security within your status and just looking and planning and analyzing and calculating what you need to shift and adjust, within this full moon and moving on, after this full moon. You just planning ahead for the future, with your status. Okay? So yeah. Now 11th house. This is lower octave, stressing, worrying about unfamiliar places, faces, and how you conduct yourself within the public arena. Okay? And yeah. So, and how you communicate as well. So this is having Virgo 11th house, being unfulfilled, planted the wrong seeds. This is basically uh having the emotional baggage and feelings to want to, go within somewhere that's unfamiliar, and within these times, so, and want to stress out and worry about in something that's not of the norm. It's something that's far out. These are things you'd be stressing about. You'd be stressing about, how you can also be unique and gain some sort of community and humanitarian, let's say, uh, how you can gain some sort of community together. Let's say if you got this placement and you was part of and you use AT&T and you was part of the outage, you're probably freaking out. You was probably one of them worrying and shit. And even if you don't got AT&T, you probably worrying if you got this placement type shit. So that's just how this play out. So it's dealing with gadgets, astrology, technology, so you be worrying about, let's say at this time, like worrying about the next technology out, wanting to go out into the world to acquire the new Apple Pro Vision, and end up getting that shit, you know, stolen. You know, somebody, you know, with the full moon having our emotions amplified, somebody wanting that thing even more than you did, wanting to, you know, harm you for that thing, that Apple Pro Vision, you know, and, you know, end up you being in the hospital type shit. That's lower octave, you know. So higher octave, you know, this is basically, you know, having the emotional, being fulfilled within these things, you know, having these things at arm reach, you know, because this is already your energy, you know your energy. So these are the things that you sort of have within your daily routine, your daily life, these gadgets, these astrologies, get technology, science, gadgets, like I said, you know, and you know how to, these things like basically you feel comfortable with these things. So it's like you won't feel the need to want to go out, and you also have the planning regarding, you know, how to gain some sort of, you know, community, or you probably also have a community that you done gained already. You know, you got, you know, like that humanitarian service, you know, that you've connected within the internet and technology, you know, so you feel situated within this full moon. You know, you just planning for the future. Okay, so yeah. Next is 12th house. You got Virgo in the 12th house. Okay, so this is basically the if you feel unfulfilled, this is the, you feel you be stressing out and worrying about your subconscious, your imagination, your dream realm, your creativity, your romantics. Okay, so this is basically, yeah, having worrying about these things, you know, and stressing out within these things. And yeah, you'll probably not be able to sleep. You might, your dreams, you know, your dreams, uh yeah, your dreams, pay attention to your dreams type shit. If you got displacement, you know, Virgo in the 12th house, because this is the dream realm. Okay, so yeah, you might have nightmares. You not might be able, yeah, lower octave, you know, or this is basically, you know, not watering a dream or something within your subconscious, you know, and you feel insecure within that, you know. That's lower octave. But higher octave, this is basically having like a fantasy that you can see, and you're planning for, that you can attain, that you can attain, you know, that you can potentially reach, you know, within your subconscious, your imagination, your dream realm, where you want to see yourself within your creativity. Well, yeah, it could be also your creativity, you know. So yeah, that's gonna be it. Fresh Say signing out. Catch you next now. Full moon in Virgo.